And hello, all of my fellow nerds out there. This is Oracle Nerd and welcome back once again to our Wonderland Remastered. Last time we arrived at Orlam's castle, and yeah, I think that's about it. That's basically the only big thing that happened. But we got away from Gidget, and we arrived at Orlam's castle, and now we're gonna be continuing the story from where we left off. I had to record. I'm actually recording a little bit later than a teeny bit later than usual because the power went out in my building, but. I But thankfully it came back on, so I'm doing just fine. Anyways, the next time I open my eyes, it's morning. The sun is pouring in from the window to paint warm squares of light across the sheets. I left a nice patch of drool on the pillow and the thin layer of crust that built up in the corners of my eyes. I blink, yawn, push myself up to a seat with a quiet groan. Ginzo is still asleep next to me. He's on his back, face pointed at the ceiling and jaw slack. Thin, whistling snores punctuate his breaths. I watch him for a few moments, hugging my legs against my chest. I can't stop the small smile forming on my lips. For the first time in, well, for a while, I feel calm. It's nice. My brows furrow momentarily. What does all this make me then? I never thought about it before. Maybe because thinking about those expectations made my mind want to avoid the topic altogether. But just being with someone like this, girls, guys, apparently it doesn't matter to me. It's not like I've never had fantasies of being held before. Having someone there to care for me, care about me. But that warm presence has never had a face before, or a gender. All I know now is that if that warm presence is Genzo, then I like that very much. Hmm. I chew on the inside of my cheek. This then feel a telltale need to for release building up just beneath my stomach. I throw a glance around the room. No bathroom in here. There must be one in the hall. So I slide off the side of the bed and shrug my pants back on, giving my hips a little shimmy when my half-asleep limbs can't find the last bits of necessary energy to get the fabric over my thighs. I snatch my glasses up off the bedside table as I make my way to the door, pausing for a moment to let my view come into full focus before slowly and softly creaking the handle open. I slip out. I pull the door closed behind me. I search down the hall for any sign of door that screams bathroom, but all the doors look the same. I turn in the opposite direction, then nearly jump 10 feet into the air, or I'm standing two doors down, just watching me. He's got a duo of rabbit guards behind him. I take a nervous step backwards, over my mouth to say something. Get, the sweet serenade of romance. Orlam clasps his hands together, bringing them to his cheek. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, this is definitely new. He begins slinking towards me. Having a nice night, did you? Wait a second. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me turn this up real quick. Wait, that's new. That's definitely new music. I cannot help but notice the gallant knight did us not return it to his room. Pray tell. Hero's sword plunged its gentle flowers blushing bouquet. I turn away. It wasn't like that. Then started walking down the hall. Oh? Orlam settles up next to me, lips curled into an impish grin. And perhaps true love doth reign over lust? How delightfully advantageous for me. What's that supposed to mean? I try to jerk away as he puts an arm around my shoulder. It's simple, really. Here I was trying to figure out the best way to make my greatest adversary suffer. Now the perfect opportunity has fallen right into my lap. I stop, raise a brow, and turn towards him. A spark of unease runs up my spine to the base of my skull. What are you talking about? But the answer's not to come. I see Orlam raise his hands to his sides in amused futility. Then suddenly something comes downwards over my head, encasing my face, and plunging my world into darkness. I bring my hands to my neck, trying to pull it off, trying to wrench away the hands keeping it there. But already my consciousness is fading in and out. Take him to one of the stalls, I hear Orlam say right before I pass out completely. Next time I open my eyes, I'm in a small rectangular room. Something itchy pokes in my cheeks and arms, and when I pull back enough to bring the world into focus, I find myself lying in what appears to be a carpet of hay. What? I try to sit up, but quickly realize I can't. My hands and ankles have been tied behind me, making it impossible to do much more than roll over onto my back. I blink, squint, and peer through my hazy vision. It's dim, but not completely dark, and I can see the walls caging me in on all sides like a box of thick stone. There's a door a few feet away, nothing but a small barred window at the top to reveal the world outside. I groan, try to move into a slightly more comfortable position. Errant bits of hay scratch at my arms and poke at my midsection. What the fuck is this? I remember Orlam, that cloying smile of his. That af- then after that, everything had gone black. Where the hell had he taken me? I let out a long, slow breath to try and calm myself down, even as the tendrils of panic rise up in my belly. This has got to be some sort of sick joke, right? I have, I don't have to a long to, I don't have long to wait. After only a few minutes of uncomfortable silence, I hear footsteps in the hall, distant voices bouncing off the far walls. They approach the door. I can't tell how many there are, a good number at least, then stop. I hear Genzo's voice through the open window. The surprise is in here? What is it? Your secret porn stash? Just what kind of messed up stuff do you get off on? He sounds annoyed. Oh no, it's much better than that. Orlam this time, much more interactive. Oh, so you're fuck machines then. The handle rattles, turns, and then the door creaks open. I instinctively recoil away from the incoming light. I don't see Genzo's face when he sees me. I don't want to see Genzo's face when he sees me. Somehow the thought leaves me feeling mortified. I hear him though. Hear him sucking his breath. Hear his feet skitter against the ground. Hear the guards grab him and hold him back. His grunts as he tugs against them. What the fuck is this? When I finally look up, Orlam has his hands splayed as though about to present the prologue to a theatrical epic. What's wrong? Don't you like it? Did you hurt him, you sick fuck? Oh no, not yet anyway. Simply giving him an insider tour of my stalls is all. They're quite handy for detaining unruly miscreants until it's their time to brew. Genzo gives another jerk against the guard's grip, but for a moment actually seems to slip away enough to take a step forward. But they quickly recapture his arms. His face has gone completely white. You let him go, you hear me? You got beef with me? You take it up with me. Leave him the fuck out of it. Oh, but Genzo, dear, that's half the fun, don't you see? Orlam oozes towards Genzo and hand to his chin, cocking his head upwards. Torturing you will be fun, yes, but torturing the thing you care about most? See you wriggle and squirm. He brings his hands to his cheeks, face flushed. I'm getting all hot and bothered just thinking about it. What the actual fuck is wrong with you? Is this because I made fun of you as a kid? Genzo huffs with another jerk. Made fun of me? Made fun of me? The pushing and shoving? The humiliation? Let's all ignore Orlam for the day. It'll be so funny. Let's all throw our erasers at Orlam while nobody's looking. It'll be hilarious. Haha, Orlam's mother. Jesus, I'm not reading that. Let's all tell Orlam too. Orlam clenches his hands to his hair, his voice hoarse and strained. And to top it all off, when I finally thought that maybe we, but you left me. You fucking asshole, you left me in the dark room all by myself. For once, Gento looks uncomfortable. His eyes grow tight as his lips twist downward. I did try, you know, Orlam continues, a tiny chuckle in the back of his throat. 5 times I've tried. Twice I almost succeeded too. His his lips curl into a wide grin that stretches across his face, pupils shrinking. You made my life a living hell. A laugh. But now, I get to make your life hell. Orlam, I was a kid. Kids do stupid stuff. Genzo starts, but even he seems to have trouble putting any conviction behind the words. His voice cracks, beads of perspiration begin dotting his forehead and cheeks. Let's just calm down, yeah? Talk things out. Find a find a way to make this right. Orlam starts giggling. It's manic and squeaking, the force of it sending his shoulders up and down in glee. That's just it. I've already found a way to make it right. Okay, hold up. I gotta turn the music down. It's actually a little loud. He twists back towards me, face contorted and eyes wild. Dances over, yanking me up and into his arms like a limp rag doll. You know, a lot about what I should do. All the delightful little things I should do to make him squeal. He runs a finger to my throat, popping his eyes out for instance. Then shakes my head side to side with a click of his tongue, or snipping off his itty bitty toes one by one. Orlam, stop! Genzo's voice slow and shaky, a guttural desperation of it, but I never heard him before. But Orlam continues, shaking his head as he feigns stupidity. But then I thought, why go through all that mess when I have the perfect solution already? This is a slaughterhouse after all, and slaughterhouses have ways of dealing with more troublesome tenants. He stands up, letting me slide back into the hay, then steps back. Immediately, 2 rabbit guards move forward to grab me, undoing the tie on my wrist so they can encase them with 2 chain manacles attached to the opposite walls instead. I try to twist away in panic, my heart beating louder and louder, my gut twisting with a violent retch. Genzo? I throw him a despondent look, breath coming out in quick, terrified gasps. Genzo is jerking and yanking and tugging at the guards again, his face strained and flushed. Orlam, you fucker, stop! I can hear tears in his voice. But Orlam doesn't stop. He steps towards me, now strung up between the two walls, the manacles biting into my wrists, and gives me my cheek a little slap. Open up! I glance up in confusion and he shoves a thick piece of cloth in my mouth. Before I can question what for, the guards sling another piece over my lips around my head. They cinch it tight in the back, making it impossible to spit out. Don't want you biting that tongue of yours off. Orlam is crouched down a few feet away, his attention focused on the box of hay in the hay. At least not yet. He adds with a little grin as he snaps it open, pulling out what looks like a cattle prod wrapped in rusted wire. Oh no, I hate that. Call this my piggy prodder. He stands back up and gives his stick a little bump against his hand. Quite adept in keeping the piggies in line. Sometimes I just have too many to deal with. You see? That's when a little zap. He presses the button and a little spark dances off the edge. To the side of the head can really make the job easier. Of course, sometimes I like to have a little fun with them first. He saunters towards me, grins somehow stretching even further. How many girls until their heart stops, for instance? That's a fun one to play. All I can do is look up at him and shaking my head in silent plea of mercy. Orlam, don't... Jesus! Dude, honestly, the little Iggy sprites do actually make the story more interactive, but my god, that is violent. The tip of the rod jams straight into my stomach, and in that second, everything goes white. It's like someone shoved a knife into my gut. A sharp stabbing pain blossoms out from the point of contact, ripping into my nerves, sending them screaming one after the other. My muscles tense, lock up, then recoil, all in a span of less than a second. And then my body flies forward against the manacles, arms ramrod straight and so forceful that the iron slices into the skin of my hands and and wrists, and my glasses go flying off my head. I can't move. I can't think. I can feel my body shaking and convulsing, wave after wave of hot white pain, sending my muscles into repeated spasms. The world is on fire. I'm on fire. I can smell myself burning and charring. Fuck, when will it end? Finally, he pulls away. Body slumps downward, vision warbling, consciousness coming and going, black, white, black, white, black. My muscles twitch. My quivering arms make the medical chains clitter and clatter. I feel hot liquid seeping down my wrists and arms from where the iron sliced through the skin. Steam wafts from the charred fabric of my shirt, now melted against the red blistered skin, crackling and hissing as it starts to cool back down. Genzo's frozen where he stands, his jaw slack and his face ghastly white. His brows are curled in cross between horror and disbelief. Orlam, he finally says, his voice is quaking and strangely hollow. Orlam thrusts the rod into my inner thigh. The knife is back, stabbing inside again and again, retching and twisting, jerking back and forth and grinding against the tissue and muscle. My body jerks upward this time, up and away from the source of the shock. Again, yanking against the manacles, tearing into the skin, sending splatters of red into the hay. It keeps it longer this time. My vision warps, body convulsing, muscles jerking, twisting, skin crackling. Now there are 100 knives, 1,000. They stab outward from my thighs, slicing it straight into the flesh and bone, up across from my stomach, down through my calves. At some point, I wonder if I have any legs anymore. All I feel is one amorphous black hole of pain across my lower half. Orlam pulls the rod away. I slump down so hard my bones bounce backwards, twisting my muscles in my neck. My knees sink down into the hay. The steam. It's wafting up and off of me in droves now, gray and smoky. It swirls away from the charred hole in my pants and the cooked slices of skin peeling back from my thigh muscles. Wet. The front of my pants is wet. I must have peed my pants. Thought shames me. I clench my eyes shut as tears threaten to spill over the edges. Orlam, stop! Orlam, please! Genzo's crying now. I hear his hiccups in his throat. I can see the snot running down his nose and between his lips. He looks so distraught. I don't know. I don't remember if what we say here matters at all. God, this is actually when my memory has gone a little bit blank. Sorry, Genzo. Something about that sight, seeing like that, breaks me and something in me. When I open my mouth, even though the pain and the shakes and the wool warping around me. I'm sorry, Genzo. Only the sound that comes out of my mouth is nothing more than a muffled rumble, stifled by the claws cloaking my tongue and throat. What's that? Orlam raises a hand to his ear in a great display of mock surprise. Do my ears deceive me? Or is our mutual friend attempting to talk? Orlam, stop! Genzo hiccups. See what he has to say. Orlam saunters over, smiles stretched from ear to ear. He curls my chin with his hand with an almost gentle caress. There, let's get this off of you, shall we? He sings as he works the gag from my lips. Though perhaps Genzo prefers you with something stuffed in your mouth, He turns out to Genzo, eyes flashing. Not that you would ever have gotten to experience it. See, I'm practically doing you a favor. He runs a hand through my staticky hair. Genzo clearly doesn't like this. He jerks forward against the grip on his arms, with a strange grunt, jaw so tight I can practically see it trembling. Orlam feigns a show of terror. With a laugh before returning to me, he taps my jaw with his finger. Now, what is it you wanted to say? I look up at Orlam, then Genzo. My body gives another twitch as tears begin running rivulets down my cheeks. I'm sorry. Only it's no more than a 30 crackle. What was that? Orlam brings his hand back to his ear with a flick. I blink with the tears away and try again. I'm sorry, Genzo. My voice doesn't even sound like my own. But it doesn't matter. Because I know he can hear it. Because I can see his face soften through the watery veil of his eyes. Sorry? Sorry for what? Genzo asked, lips shuddering. I squeezed my eyes shut, opened them. For all of this? It's my fault. I opened the door. I swallow. I led us all to this. Genzo's eyes dilate. I could see a water snot hanging from his chin tremble. He must be shaking. Then finally, it's not your fault, Iggs. He forced a smile. I should be the one apologizing to you. I swore to myself that I'd protect you. And even more than that, I should have told you a long time ago about everything. I'm sorry for that too. I was just so scared. I see him swallow, see his eyes tighten. And I thought that you deserved better. His head falls, the tears and snot from his chin and cheeks bounce to the floor. I didn't want to ruin your life. I can't do anything but stare at him. There's a pain in my chest, my throat, one that feels like it's twisting me in two. You didn't want to ruin his life, did you? I'd almost forgotten about Orlam for a second, and when he breaks the silence, his words are eerily calm. He steps towards Genzo, takes Genzo's head in his hands, then wrenches his hair back with a manic twist. But you had no problem ruining my life. Orlam, Genzo winces, his eyes clench. But Orlam doesn't hold him for long. He lets Genzo's head fall back with a distracted flop, his gaze pointed unseeing at the ground. You're sorry. He brings his hands to his head. You're sorry to him? He curls his fingers into his hair. You didn't even do anything to him. His lips twist into a grin. With a sudden jerk, he twists around, his eyes wild as he stumbles towards me. I'll give you something to be sorry about. He raises a cow prod above his head and belts me across the face. My head snaps to the side as he crackles. As a crackle of electricity zaps all the way from my cheek to my toes. Tears spring to my eyes as my body goes as stiff as a rod. My teeth, my jaw slams down so hard I hear them crack against each other. Gritty bits of enamel dancing on my tongue. Orlam! I hear Genzo scream through my haze. I reach out my delayed gas as the pain blossoms out across my split jaw. I'm not even given a chance to recover. Orlam clocks me the opposite cheek, wrenching my head to the other side and sending another jolt straight to my brain. Can't move. So I stare cockeyed at the far wall, and my jaw hanging limp from my cheeks and my eyelids twitching. Orlam, stop! I can hear the flim splinter and snap into Genzo's throat. Are you sorry now? Orlam just screams. He whips around on his heels and hooks his finger into my hair, yanking my head backwards. Did you tell me how sorry you are? He points the prod straight at my temple. Genzo strains so hard against the guards now that they have to hold his head, shoulders, and arms. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry! I can't hear you! Orlam shrieks. I'm sorry! But it's nothing more than a ruse. Orlam had never planned to stop, no matter how many times Genzo apologized. My gaze meets Genzo's one last time. Then Orlam slams the tip of the rod straight into my skull. In that moment, everything goes white. I feel my body bucked. I feel my muscles spasm as my head jerks against Orlam's grip hair. I can't breathe, can't move, can't think. I don't realize I'm screaming until my vocal cords spasm and cut off my voice. Don't realize the bit of my tongue until blood starts bubbling up between my lips. It's boiling and frothing. Dark red foam fizzling from my nose. My eyes are stewing, melting out like eggs. Sorry. Wonder if a moment my brain is frying. Then white turns to black. That's all my fault. Well, that wasn't the right choice. Okay, so yeah, it was saying nothing. It was saying nothing. Orlam folds his arms across his chest, rubbing his chin in thought. He looks from me to Genzo and back again, nods. Yes, I'd say he has about 3 more in him, don't you? He tilts his head upwards, closes his eyes. Just smell that, It's giving me visions of dinner tomorrow. Maybe you'd like to join me at the table? Orlam, stop! Genzo twists and jerks the rabbit's grip. Orlam saunters behind me now. Yes, this is always a good spot. He gives the rod a twirl, tracing a little pattern in the air. Then shows it straight into my bare skin and my neck. Everything goes black. For a good couple of moments, I see nothing, feel nothing. I'm floating, sinking, melting into a pool of black. Then comes the knife. Starting as a mild tingle on the back of my neck, then growing, digging, retching, and stabbing. So my consciousness rips back in through me with such force, it's like the air is being scooped from my lungs. My brain feels like it's on fire. My eyes bug out of my head, hot pulsing in and out, skin on fire, vision on fire. Jeez, there's a lot of reading in this. My blistering hot, sizzling, right next to my ears. Everything is shaking, burning. He whips it away. And my body collapses with a snap. My ears ring. My nerves twitch and pop. My heart beats in erratic, rhythmic cadences. My vision blurs in and out, red, white, black. Hot. My head feels hot. I feel something dribbling on my ears. It pulls in the folds of the cartilage, leaves bloody stains as it splats down on my shoulders. My hair is sizzling and sparkling. It sticks up almost whimsically as coils of steam drift up and away from my scalp. Orlam cuts behind me. I take that back. I might only have one more after that. Gento is a wreck. The guards are practically holding him aloft now, keeping him from collapsing onto the floor. His shoulders lurch upwards in noiseless sobs. Orlam, listen to me, please! I'll do anything. You can do whatever you want to me, anything you fucking want. This seems to catch Orlam's attention. He stops. Takes a few slinking steps towards Genzo, nose pointed upwards and finger tracing his lower lip. Oh, anything, is it? Genzo just nods, tears and snot forming twin waddles beneath his nose and chin. I have to admit, it is a tempting offer. Orlam's hands go to his hips. He seems to be mulling this over. After all, why break you beyond repair once when I could break you piece by piece and watch the hope fade from your eyes again and again and again? He snickers, biting down the tips of his fingers in growing glee. Then jerks back to attention, snaps his fingers, pointing towards the door. The guards respond by lugging Genzo back to his feet and marching him out of the room. He turns back to me and motions again towards the remaining guards. Take him down for now. I may need him again later. I barely register the two guards who manacled me earlier, unlock the cuffs, and pull my arms free, and jerk the gag from my mouth. Skin in my wrist doesn't want to unstick itself from the iron. It is and stretches with a sickening pop before snapping free. Nope, nope. Just reading that makes me want to gag. And flapping uselessly across my palm. They leave me semi-conscious in a pile of hay, just staring up at the ceiling and smelling my own fat burn. I don't know how long I lie there. My body feels cold now. Chills running up and down my spine, along my arms and legs. I don't move. Every once in a while, my muscle somewhere gives a little twitch and my body jerks. The three spots where he hit me with that thing have gone completely numb. Skin red, blistered, peeling, melting into the surrounding cloth. White, filmy layer forming atop my exposed tissue. Maybe I'm going to die. I don't want to die. I think of Genzo. Think of lying together with him in that bed. The warmth of his arms as he'd held me. My eyes grow warm again, warm and salty. But somehow the tears don't come. Only only the sting. The the clenching pain in my throat and chest and heart. Where is he now? What's happening to him? Is he thinking of me too? I cough, gag. Bile rises at the back of my throat. I have to turn my head to the side as the vomit dribbles down my lips and across my cheek. Fuck. Brown drool hangs from the side of my mouth, a gooey sinew. Feels like it's been hours already, but maybe it's only been a few minutes. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure I duck in and out of consciousness a few times. That's when I hear it. Clatter from down the hall, hollow sound of iron on iron. I narrow my eyes, trying to hone in on the noise. And footsteps again. Fast, running, scuffle. It's right outside the door. Oh no. The sound again. Something clanging, ringing, echoing a fleshy rip. Then a slump. More clatters. Key turns in the lock. Genzo's eyes are wide and strained as he stumbles inside. His face, his neck, his front of his jacket, everything is stained red. He lurched towards me. Iggy. I killed him, Iggy. His voice catches and warbles. He swallows hard. I killed him. He looks at me, haunted and panicked. I didn't mean to. It it just happened. I had to. He brings his hand to his face, clutching at his cheeks. When pulls them away, I see him cringe, squint, wipe at the tears and blood. I need you to get out of here, he finally says. When his arms go around me, pulling me up, I feel him shaking and trembling against me. Come on. He hauls me up onto his back, his normal scent of his jacket against my nose, now stagnant with the smell of blood. I took out all of them I came across. Hopefully we can make it out. Also, I apologize if you guys hear any Discord noises. My Wi-Fi cut out for a bit. He stumbles out the door, still trying to get me balanced across his back. I see the dead rabbit just on the other side, slumped up against the wall. Bloody spear lies next to him, its tip decorated with hair and other gooey matter. I look away. Then we're moving down the hallway, slow at first, then faster as Gendo picks up speed. Door after door. One more rabbit, two more rabbits. His footsteps echoing up and down the empty hallway, around the corner, past the intersection of corridors. He suddenly slows down and hesitates. He shifts me up again, arms tight around my legs. I feel his muscles grow taut. I glance inside an open door on our left, just barely catching a glimpse of Orlam on the floor inside the room. His chest and throat are flayed, barely recognizable. Blood, so much blood, staining his face, his clothes, the bed and floor. I look away, push my face harder into Genzo's back, and he moves forward without a word. We make it to a set of stairs. Then down we go, Genzo huffing and sweating beneath me, the hall wide and cavernous around us. At the bottom, we step out into the main hall. The front door, it's there. But as Genzo takes a step forward, a sudden shout makes him freeze. We both look down in the far hall, and a group of rabbits pointing and shouting. Shit, 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 shit! Genzo spurs into action. Using strength, even he probably didn't know he had left. He sprints towards the door and slams his knee into the wooden to kick it open. I swear I can hear his kneecap cracking. But whether it's a figment of my imagination or he's beyond caring, he doesn't acknowledge it. He pushes the rest of it. He pushes us the rest of the way out past the heaving threshold and into the open air of the castle garden. We're out. We're out. But Genzo doesn't stop here. He keeps sprinting, past the bushes and trees and fountains, past the towering castle walls, past the bridge and the moat, and towards the village. He shifts left and starts toward the distant trees, away from the civilization, any chance of running into more guards. I can feel him straining beneath me. His breath is coming out in short, ragged bursts, and his heart is pounding through his back and against my cheek like a jackhammer. Once we're near the trees, and there's no sign of any guards behind us, I give Genzo's shoulder a little squeeze and he stops. I slide off, holding onto his arms for a moment until I find my balance. You're sure you can walk? Genzo gasps out. He takes the opportunity to bend over, his hands to his knees as he gulps in air. I think so, I say, though even I'm not sure. My body feels stiff and numb, almost like it's not even there. Genzo wipes at his face, the sweat smearing the blood across his cheek. Come on, he finally says, and grabs my hand. I curl my fingers between his as we begin to walk. We half jog further into the trees, into the woods, and the safety of the leaves. It's cooler in here, cool and dark. We press forward, moving quickly enough that I don't have a chance to look around, but not quickly enough that I miss the cloying tingle of unease run up and down my spine. There's something off about the air here. Heavy almost, weighing down on my shoulders and making it difficult to catch my breath. Iggy! I swear I hear the sound of my own name, like a whisper through the leaves. I stop, look around, squint through the trees. What is it? Gento asks. But I see nothing, I hear nothing more. Give my head a frustrated shake. Nothing. Gento gives my hand a squeeze. It's warm and comforting, the only source of warmth in this entire forest. Come on, come on, let's try to get on the other side of these trees. I feel more comfortable once we put some distance between us and those rabbits. I nod, and then we're moving forward again, walking swiftly, dodging branches and errant roots, moving in and out of the trees. But the chill only seems to worsen, to the point that the hair on my arms, the hair I still have left on the back of my neck, begins to stand straight up with tiny prickles of disquietude. That's when I hear it. The sound of an axe on wood. Somebody's felling trees, and close by too. The further we travel, the louder it gets, almost as though it's all around us, everywhere. Genzo? All of a sudden he stops, and, and I feel his hand tighten around mine. Bucks? It is Bucks! Not more than 20 feet in front of us, hacking away at a tree with an axe. There's already a pile of logs at her feet, but there's something off. Hey, Bucks, Genzo starts. You're, here after all? His voice trails off, as though suddenly afraid of the answer to his question. Bucks takes another whack at the tree, her axe sticking into the wood. She stops, silent for a moment, and jerks it back out. She stands up straight, somehow taller than I remember, then turns towards us. Need some wood, do ya? Genzo tries again. Her eyes are dark. She didn't even blink. Instead, her head cocks to the side as she studies us. What are you doing here? She finally asks, but her voice is scarcely recognizable. It's low and breathy, almost like a growl rolling off her tongue. Genzo must rethink his approach because he takes a step backwards with a nervous chuckle. Actually, we were just, passing through. Didn't mean to bother you. We'll be going now, so you can just keep chopping away. Genzo, I say with a shuddered gasp, tugging back in his arm. You're here to take me back, aren't you? Bucks takes a step towards us. I can see the muscles of her arms grow taut, bulging against the skin as her hand tightens around the handle of the axe. No, we're not. You just keep doing what you're doing. Hooner sent you, didn't he? I knew he would. He never lets me have any peace and quiet. Stretches towards up one step, two steps, and we respond with an equal number of steps backwards. No idea what you're talking about. Hooner's got nothing to do with this. Honest, we were just on our way. Why can't you just leave me alone? She charges, and that instant Genzo pushes me out of the way. A sudden sense of deja vu rushes over me as I feel the ground rushing up, and then there's a hollow, woody thud. I see Bucks' axe stuck in the bark of a nearby tree. She tugs it with a grunt, her eyes flashing. We don't need any more provocation. We run. Heart thudding, breath panicked, shoes beating against the hard earth. We shoot through the trees, Genzo's hand tight around mine and pulling me faster and faster. I can barely comprehend what's happening. Everything is rushing past us at the speed of light. My legs struggle to keep up. Get away, get away, get away. My mind repeats the mantra again and again. in time with my feet pounding against the ground. I can hear her behind us. Hear a terrifying swish of her axe as she cuts the branches and leaves. Hear her ragged breath's unearthly snarls. Try to focus on Genzo as I feel that my muscles in my legs grow tired, weak, and numb, and wobbling in their incessant forward sprint. Suddenly Genzo stops. It happens so quickly I'm unable to slow down and go careening directly onto his back. We stumble forward. It's a hill. First Genzo goes down, toppling down onto the leaf-strewn slope. Then I follow, hitting the ground hard and rolling, branches biting into my skin and rocks cracking against bone. Again and again, slamming into the ground, worlds spinning around me. When I finally slow down to my tumble and open my eyes, I find myself on the side of a cliff, only a few feet from spilling straight over to the side and to a rocky landing far, far below. I suck in my breath, scoot away from the edge. Genzo grabs my shoulders and pulls me back, his hands jerking me up to my feet. His fingers are trembling. Footsteps. Behind us. She's there. We'll turn to see her limping towards us, her feet dragging, her axe swinging. The very air around her seems warped, like the air above asphalt on a hot day. Genzo, I say again, because there's nothing else to say. Kill you before you could take me back. Genzo! Rocks bite at my knees as I crawl across the dirt. It's soggy beneath my fingers, soggy and warm. And the smell, it's everywhere, dripping down my arms, curling up inside my nasal cavity. I fight the urge to retch even as I feel the bile rise in the back of my throat. Genzo. Genzo's lying face down in the gravel. He's not moving. Of course he's not moving. His insides are falling out over the ground. My throat hitches. When I reach him, I roll him over to his back. His intestines spill out in the process. Fuck. I need to fix this. Hands shaking, I scoop them up, push them back inside. The red maw across his stomach threatening to swallow my hands. Dirt and who knows what else goes with them. But I don't care. I just need to get him back inside. Finally, I pull him up and onto my lap. I feel his brain through the soggy folds of his hair. He doesn't look like he's sleeping. He looks like he's fucking dead. Whoever spread that old wives' tale is a fucking liar. I close my eyes, let out a shuddered breath. I don't even realize I'm rocking back and forth, back and forth. A strange half-melodic hum buzzing on my lips. It hurts. Fuck, it hurts. I feel my heart feels like it's splitting in two. My chest, my chest like it's being stabbed with an ice pick again and again. I've never felt pain like this before. Make it stop. I clench my eyes so hard, shut so hard that I can feel them pounding. Make it stop. Iggy. Maybe this is why. This is why I've never tried to get close to anyone. Because I know it'll only end in pain. The 31-year-old loser virgin that pushes away anyone who shows an ounce of affection. Who's too scared they'll find out who he really is. That he's not normal. What do you want, Iggy? Fuck. I've really fucked things up this time, haven't I? Why can't I do anything right? I'm a complete wreck. And now because of me, Genzo's dead. I should never have called him. Never have gone into his shop. Never have fallen for him. Maybe then he could have made it out of this whole thing alive. What do you wish for more than anything else in the whole world? Jesus fucking Christ, it hurts. What do I wish for? Wish for the pain to fucking stop. You can do that, can't you? Stop the pain. I was better off before. Before I thought I had a chance of happiness. Before I allowed myself to feel anything. Now all I feel is pain. My heart hurts so bad. I can't take it anymore. I do anything to make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Make it. Oh, and that's it. That's the end of Arc 2. Wow. Hon- honestly, Carrot's really outdone himself with this one. To be honest, even the remastered version is just as bloody and gory as I remember it being. And honestly, thank God I turned on censored mode because, ugh, Jesus, like, if I want any chance of this video being monetized, well, even if I do reach the 500 subscribers or whatever, but you know what? What the heck? There's already I already swear in this. It probably would get demonetized anyways, even if I were monetized. But anyways, that aside, this game is just it's something else. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is something else. And honestly, I can't wait for the remastered version of Arc 3. That would be absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see what Care has in store for the rest of the remaster. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and let the credits roll. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, Share this video with your friends and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye. Oh, wait a minute, there's more. I'm sorry, Genzo. I'll have to try something else. Something else? Something else to but even if my brain tends to latch on to the fleeting sense of something very important, something I don't want to forget, something it's gone. Replaced by a dull scratch of Mrs. Darnish's trash bin as she rolls it down the driveway. There must be something stuck in one of the wheels because with each rotation, the bin lurches upwards and smacks heavily against the pavement. Roll, roll, smack. Not this again. I groan and shove my pillow over my head as I wait for the sound of something to drop. Pause. But why would I? I hear her stop, pick whatever it is up, then toss it back inside the bin. Roll, roll, smack. I lie there a moment, brows furrowed against my closed eyes, but ultimately shake it off. I push myself up in the bed and rub sleep out of my eyes and look around. Right, well, I'm assuming this is where Arc 3 is probably going to be starting, but Arc 3 isn't out yet, so... Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason.